I think women were more fettered really with this old idea of sex equals reproduction. And if you think about all the things we're seeing, you know, same-sex sex, more variety in the sexual repertoire, it's all about behaviours that are not essential for reproduction. So I think it's really a lot of things to do with procreation doesn't necessarily equal sex.
But also, I think women feel they're less likely to be judged than they were. I mean, definitely. You were saying earlier that a lot of these surveys were done on the doorstep, and I think 20 years ago, to sit and talk frankly about your sex life with a stranger on a doorstep, you think, you know, there's that old adage, isn't it, that women lie about the number of sexual partners by saying they've slept with less, whereas men exaggerate, which is why you seem to men always seem to have sex with more women than women have sex with men for some reason.
Some never adds up, do they? The gap is narrowing.
Yeah. And Kaye, of course, you picked up on a very important point that there are still, and you know, I think it's one in 70, is it? Correct me if I'm wrong. The number of women who are having sex against their will versus
1 in 70 men.
1 in 70
and
men
one
and
in 10 women. So
which
it's
is
much more likely.
Extraordinary statistic, isn't it?
It is.
So what's happening there, do you think?
Well, I mean, I think there is still in our society a situation in which we've got a power imbalance between men and women for many, many women. So you've got, you know, some relatively privileged women who are able to say what they want, but you've got another minority who can't.
And Louise, despite, you know, the work of your magazine and other magazines talking about these issues, it seems that some women just still don't want to report it, do they?
I think that's the tragedy of this report. I mean, we've done stories on it in the magazine, that women still find very hard to come forward and report rapes and sexual attacks. And also in the report, you said that most of these were by men they knew, former partners, former boyfriends, friends. And I think that's just, you know, women often wrongly, totally wrongly blame themselves or think they're going to be judged, and so they don't want to come forward.